We get on the plane, and I'm sitting on the plane. It's backing out, and it just goes. And I just look out the window, and there's a car underneath our plane. And the guy looks up at me, that's in the car, goes. And I was like, oh, I don't think he's supposed to be there. It turns out that this guy was a catering guy for the first class area, and it was his first time on his job. I'm looking outside the window, and you know the guy that goes like this? He's literally just kicking the baton around with his foot. Like just with his foot back up. And then he looks up and he sees the car and he goes, oh, like this. And I was like, I can't believe this is happening right now. So everybody on the plane is like, no, we didn't hit them. They just broke really hard. But I have legitimate footage of this guy backing out, which means he hit the tires or like the wings, the ends of it. And in the video, you can see they're scratched. The top of his car scratched from hitting the freaking plane. They come on to the plane and they go, hey guys, we didn't hit anything. So we're just gonna keep going. I felt like I had the responsibility to tell them because I had the footage. Sir, you hit the plane. And he's like, do you have footage? And I said, yeah. And he goes, he literally looks at it for like 30 seconds, looks at his partner, then they walk up to the front and they go, comes to our attention that we actually did hit the plane, and we're gonna actually ask you guys to deboard.
They came on the intercom and they were like, listen, we checked everything and it doesn't seem like there was any damage, but because we have some passengers saying that it did hit, we have to deboard you.
And by the way, he said some passengers, and everybody just saw him just talk to me. So literally everybody just turns around and looks at me like this.
Yeah. Everybody's like, oh. And George is like, oh,
well,
no.
What'd you do?
And so then he's like tapping the guy in front of him. He's like, listen. If there's a chance, I mean, would you want the plane to go up? Would you want the plane to go up? What would you do? What would you do if it were me?
They go, we're gonna be reboarding in 30 minutes. And they put it on the board like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Then 30 minutes come, and now it's another 45 minutes. And then another hour goes by. So now we're like, it's 3 hours deep. And then I go, you know what? I got a show tomorrow. Just put me on the earliest flight tomorrow. By the way, put me in first class. I was the one that saved the plane. And she literally looked at me and she just goes, sir, there's no other flights tomorrow. She says, we're trying to find a pilot. And I was like, ooh. I was like, that's not great. So I just kept going back to everybody that looked at me mad. And I was like, I'm trying to put the blame on them. I'm like, doesn't seem like they're fully prepared, you know? It seems like they're scattered, you know?
Bro,
I'm glad we didn't fly. Imagine if we did.